All right, well, welcome back everyone. We are the Village's Natives. I am Everett.
And I'm April.
And thanks so much for coming back.
Yes.
We're
surprised every week.
Surprised. And we put one out about a week ago.
Yes.
So we're getting more regular.
Right.
I think that's good. And really appreciate everyone for liking and subscribing and commenting. So a lot more interaction.
Right.
So today we are going to talk about something that once you move here and get a home seems to be a big preoccupation.
Yes. Yeah.
Especially the new homes.
Yeah, because there's so much to do.
Yeah, it's really a blank canvas, isn't it?
And yeah, and I'm not one that wants to get things settled at the house before really getting involved socially.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I really haven't done a lot of social things yet. And
yeah, we have been focused on the house.
We have. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's just how I roll.
Yeah.
So.
Just.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from all our moves, that's been kind of your modus operandi.
Oh, yes. I have to have the family settled.
Yep.
And then I do my thing.
Yes. So that's been kind of our focus. We're doing some social things, some activities.
Yes.
We'll get more into those later, but we have been focused on the house.
Right.
And today we're going to talk about the upgrades, okay? And the version today is going to be upgrades that we have completed to this point.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to talk about those. And we've made a list, and the list, I don't think they want to go through the whole list with us.
They don't want to go through the whole list. It's a lot.
It's a lot. There's probably 12 to 15 on that list.
Right.
And we'll put that list in the notes for the video. So you'll have that list.
Right. But we won't hit every one of them.
But we're not going to talk about every one of them.
Right.
But we selected our top 5.
Yes.
For ones that we've completed to this point. Our next regular scheduled video is going to be on upgrades that we are planning for the future, correct?
Right.
And we'll go over kind of our top 5 on that, because here again, that list is about as long as, it's longer than the ones that we've completed.
Yeah.
So current video, top 5 upgrades that we've completed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Next video, top 5 upgrades that we plan.
Right.
And we're going to sprinkle in also some upgrades that we're not going to do, that are popular.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of a bonus feature.
Because everybody has what they want, their desires, and don't try to go with the Joneses. Choose what you want.
Exactly. So why don't we get into our top 5 of the upgrades that we have completed to this point. And the first one is the first one that we did.
Yes.
And I think it's probably the biggest impact.
It is.
Yeah.
Because it made such a huge difference.
Yeah. Why don't you talk about this one?
So interior painting. Mm-hmm. So when you first walk in, the house is actually kind of blinding because the walls are so white. And especially with it being brand new, like so, like nobody's been in touching them. And so, it was really... It was really white. It was really white. And then to add our white cabinets, our white countertops, we had, it was predominantly very white.
Very white.
So, but we knew what color we wanted. I really wanted the agreeable gray. And so as we talked about in a couple of videos, we had some estimates. So we went with Steve Kling, and he came in, and I told him I wanted agreeable gray, and he said, do you want a true gray? And we said yes. He said, because your cabinets are white, your
trim is white,
and the trim is white, the countertops are a lot of white in the countertops. He said it will bring out the peachy and the agreeable gray. And I said, okay, we're not professionals, you are, so we want gray. What do you suggest? He said aloof gray. He said it will be a true gray. We were so glad we went with that. And that was our first big project in the house. And we didn't have a lot of furniture in here. And so the team came in, painted the house, and it made such a huge difference.
Yeah, it really did.
Yes. So we are extremely happy with Steve Kling and his crew that came in and painted. I think Everett's taken some pictures, and he will put up and show some of the pictures of the paint, but we are extremely happy with the paint.
Yes, and a couple of items on the aloof gray. It is a Sherwin-Williams.
Sherwin-Williams. It is a matte.
It's a matte
finish.
And the grade is the Duron, D-U-R-O-N, I believe.
Okay.
Sherwin-Williams Duron holds up very well. It's basically the top of the line. It's a great paint, and it's been great for us.
Yes.
And boy, the finish is beautiful, and we really And that I'll mention this briefly. We talked about it, but this was an instance where the contractor had a recommendation. We thought we really knew what we wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
And he made a suggestion, and we looked at it, and it really worked out. And we said, we trust you.
Right.
And boy, it worked out.
Yes.
So we're really thankful.
So kudos to Steve, but also that's their profession. And unless that's your profession, then it wasn't ours, so we didn't know.
Yeah.
So we didn't know what we didn't know, and we were glad we went with his
Very glad.
opinion, because it was spot on.
So Steve.
Now, even though we went with the matte, I'll finish this real quick. Even though we went with the matte, you can still wipe over it. It's not going to flake off. You can wipe on it, especially with dogs and children. You can still wipe it. It's not going to flake off.
They did 2 coats.
So, yes.
They put 2 coats, and they did it in a day.
In a day, yes.
And
we are like 1880
square feet.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So one day, but a great team to work with. Yes.
No doubt. No doubt. All right. Number 2 on our list, and this is the most expensive one.
Yeah.
For us was upgrading our landscaping.
Yeah.
And the landscaping package you get from a new home is basic. Pine straw mulch, some shrubs planted, a few flowers in the front.
Right.
Usually they have to put a tree. That's required by code. So that we had a crepe myrtle in the front yard. Crepe myrtle tree. Love crepe myrtles. It's in the backyard now.
Yeah.
We didn't throw it away.
No, because I love crepe myrtles.
We love it. And so we went through some bids and really doing some research.
Right.
And this is, here again, each experiences are a few more lessons. So I'm going to kind of summarize the landscaping.
Right.
April did a great job with the painting. I'm going to kind of summarize the landscaping and let her fill in. What we really like is the way the hardscape is designed.
Yes.
And the way it's worked out. Hardscape being the blocks and the building out of the beds.
Right.
Which you'll see in the pictures that we're putting out.
And building up.
Building up.
Yeah.
And 2 fellas, Tyler and Ozzy.
Did an amazing job.
Amazing job. They worked in high 90s heat all week.
All week.
And did a wonderful job. So we're really happy with that. Some of the plantings most of the plantings we're happy with. A few of them not so much, but that's okay. We were trying to work that out with a landscaper, and we had made a decision. We're changing some out, and you'll see in the pictures that we've put in a hibiscus. We moved one plant over and put in a hibiscus that we really like.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
And really our focal point is really on our side yard, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that is what?
It's a magnolia tree.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little gem magnolia tree.
Yes.
So it won't get really big, and it stays low to the ground. The branches stay low to the ground. The magnolia tree is something that means a lot to our family.
Yes.
It was something that our oldest daughter really liked. She liked the magnolia trees. And so we got one in memory of her. Lauren passed away when she was 13 years old.
Yes.
So we just celebrated her homegoing of 22 years last month. And but that's something that means something special to our family. We also have one that her godparents put in at her at the cemetery where she is also buried here in Leesburg. And so we knew that when we got a house, we wanted a magnolia tree because, as you know, with the military, we obviously can't be planting a tree everywhere we go.
Right.
So we knew
everywhere.
that we were going to plant a magnolia tree wherever we went. And so...
And our landscaper had a very good one.
He did.
Super happy with that.
We are very happy with the magnolia tree.
And it's holding up beautifully.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful blooms. It smells so good.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So, thank you.
Yes.
And I'll tell you this, one key tip on landscaping. If you move here and you're going to have landscaping, do this, and this will save you some trouble. Get these little flags, these little wires with flags on the top that you can then go through before with the landscaper, put a flag at every sprinkler.
Yeah.
And have a plan and have it written on the plan where that's going to be relocated if it is in conflict with the hardscape plan.
Right.
Okay, so do that ahead of time. It'll save you some trouble.
Yeah.
But the guys worked really hard,
Yeah,
and
they
they got it right.
They did.
But do it ahead of time. It'll save some grief. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's landscaping, and on our street, everyone is upgraded.
Everybody has upgraded with landscaping.
Yeah, everyone is upgraded with landscaping. So
yeah.
So number 2 top for us is landscaping.
So number 3 is interior and exterior cameras.
Yes, the geeky stuff.
The geeky stuff. And
Okay.
I'll let you take that one.
I got it. Okay, we're not going to go as long as we did on the first 2. And there's tons of technology out there, and what we have put and what we've incorporated for us is to meet a few needs.
Right.
We wanted a basic security system
Yes.
that we could arm and know if anyone entered our home without us knowing, as well as a couple of cameras at the front to know if anyone was coming to the door, if any packages are left, okay? Because we're buying a lot of stuff from Amazon. They were here today. Okay.
Yes, they were.
And but as well to be able to just see the front street, and a couple of cameras inside. And the reason being, if we're gone and we've got a camera in the main area where our pets are,
Right.
and we can see what they're doing, how they're doing. And we also have a camera in the garage to see if the garage door is up or down.
Yes.
Okay? And so just to view it, and just so we have an idea.
Right.
To make sure we didn't leave the garage door up
Right.
by mistake. So we can check it. And the brands we use for the doorbell camera and the outside camera, I'll put those up, but they were by a company called Eufy. And the indoor cameras and the door sensors are by a company called Aqara, with a Q, A-Q-A-R-A. And we went with those. We do them right on the phone. It's all local storage. There's no subscription, nothing like that. So we all have it, enclosed. It works off of our Wi-Fi network, which is secure. And so that's the basis, and it's working out really well.
Yes.
Yeah. So, so what's your thoughts? First time with a doorbell camera. What's your thoughts on the geeky stuff?
Oh, I like it. I like it because when they come to the door, you can actually answer them on the app on your phone. So you can talk to them without ever opening the door, which is good because here in the villages, they're not supposed to be soliciting, but you do get a lot of solicitors.
Yeah.
So therefore, you don't have to answer your door. So therefore, they can just stand out there.
Yeah.
So,
and you can talk to them if you need to.
you can talk to them if you need to, or
Yeah.
you can talk to them and tell them to go away if they stay. You don't have to keep talking to them. So,
yeah.
But yeah.
So good. So number 3 is the interior, exterior cameras.
Yes.
All right. So number 4 is
The whole home surge protection through Duke Energy.
Yeah.
We, piggybacking on whatever just talked about the garage door, we actually had an issue with the garage door not
Working.
It actually went up and we didn't know it was up. And thankfully we were here when that happened. But so Rubbermaid came back out and worked on it, fixed it. But then not only like a couple days later, it wasn't working again, but then we realized we had a lightning storm. And Rubbermaid came back out and they said, oh, it was hit by lightning and it fried the circuit board. So then we knew we needed to, because Florida is really bad for lightning storms. Anybody who's lived here knows that or visits vacation. So we did the whole house for lightning, for a surge protection on the whole house. So, and we did it through Duke Energy, which is where our electric bill or electric comes from. And it's just a few dollars more a month. And so we are very happy with that so far.
Yeah, and I think all electric companies down here offer this type of service.
Yes.
And they have different levels of, I won't get into what all the levels are, but ours that we went with is they come out and they pull the meter and they put in between the house, the meter box, and the meter, they put the surge protector.
Right.
So it's a whole house surge protector. And they also, we pay about $10 a month, okay, for that service. They own the equipment. We pay in our bill about $10 a month, and they will insure. I say insure, but if we have a lightning strike and they will cover damage to motors and compressors of a lot of items.
Right.
So there's a lot of protection there. So it's a real good source of things.
Right.
So, gotcha. So next one is number 4 is our, when we come here, the ceiling fans, one of the things we encountered early was light.
Light.
Lack of light.
Lack of lights. Yes. So in the dining room area, we have a kind of like a candelabra. You have lights over the bar, as you can see. But in the bedrooms and in the living room, you have ceiling fans, but you don't have any kind of light kit.
Yes.
So we went out, we bought light kits for all of the bedrooms in the living room. And then we also went and Everett bought
the universal remotes, and we use the universal remotes. They're Hampton, which is a Home Depot brand.
Yes.
Hampton universal remote, and they will work with these ceiling fans and light kits to work perfectly.
Yes.
So we've done that. The interior in our home, in most of the homes here that are new, the brand is Kichler for the ceiling fans. And you can go out and buy Kichler lights and plug them in. and it doesn't take very long. You can purchase those. We chose to go local to Dan's Fan City. Shout out to Dan's Fan City.
Yes,
and
they did a great job in helping us pick.
Good. Yeah, they really did. Yes. And so we got some that we liked, and we brought them home. The only thing we had to do was just a slight modification. Basically, there's a plug. Instead of, we just trimmed the plug off and stripped the wires back and hooked them in like a normal light kit.
Right.
So everything worked fine, and we're super happy with that. It's very, very convenient.
Very.
So.
And as Everett was just chatting, I was looking out on the lanai, and we've got 2 fans out there with no light kits and no remotes. So once that is closed in, we will definitely have to do out there next.
So our top 5 were, and I'll mention 2 and you mention a few, okay? So our top 5 were interior painting, landscaping, and?
Interior and exterior cameras, and also the home surge protection.
Yep. And ceiling fan light kits. And here again, back to this, what do we focus on? Functionality.
Yes.
That's our focus, is functionality.
Yes.
Making this home.
Yeah.
Okay, so bonus section here.
Yeah.
Some upgrades that we do not plan and why.
No. Right.
So, first of all, pool or hot tub with a bird cage. Not going to do it.
No.
Okay. There's plenty of pools here.
Yes.
And if we want to take a dip in the pool,
we can go there.
we get in the golf cart.
Yes.
And we go down to the pool.
We got a great backyard, but not big enough for a pool.
No, and that was intentional.
And that was yes.
We didn't want
a pool.
We didn't want a pool.
No.
So a lot of people do.
Yeah.
A lot of people in our neighborhood build pools right now.
Yeah, and kudos to them.
And
That's
good for
great.
them.
Yeah.
But we didn't want that. Okay. So number 2 upgrade we don't plan.
Palm trees.
What?
Nothing against
You're in
the
Florida.
palm trees. I know, but everybody does them. So I wasn't into the palm trees. So sorry.
Yeah, and they can be very difficult to maintain, and they can get very unruly over time.
Yeah, yeah.
And they can just take over.
No hate.
No hate.
I love them. I just didn't want them.
Do your palms. We don't want them.
Yeah. They're beautiful.
Beautiful.
So, yeah.
And number 3 is solar panels.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, there's some people doing. We met one of our neighbors.
One of our neighbors that did them.
They're going to have that done.
Right.
And there's a lot of different approaches to it.
Right.
It gets hot here. There's a lot of sun. But we just didn't think for us it was a good investment.
Right.
And so we're very happy with the efficiency of the home.
Yes.
So here again, no solar panels. So those are our 3 little bonus things we're not going to do. Right. You might want to do.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do them. Okay. Well, thanks so much for joining us and hearing our ramblings about upgrades of our new house. So the most expensive fixer-upper you'll ever buy.
Right.
But really fun stuff.
Yes.
And it's wonderful to see other people, what they do.
What they do, too.
You know, our neighbor across the street, they're finishing up their landscaping now. It looks really nice.
Looks nice. Yeah.
And so really, it's fun.
And everybody has their unique style of what they want.
They really do.
It's nice.
And you can really come here, even with a new home, and really make it your own.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the thing. Really make it your own. Look around, ask people talk about, people recommend contractors. And there's a lot of conversation about that. So you can definitely, don't feel alone here. You can get tons of information.
Right.
And so anyway, well, we really appreciate everyone liking, subscribing, commenting.
Thank you.
And we, please do that if you like this.
Yes.
Please like it. If you want to follow us on our journey, please subscribe. We're also planning some other things coming up. I'm going to do a video on the golf cart.
Yes.
Kind of my research and our decision on the golf cart.
Right.
And we plan to do some out and about stuff.
Right.
So we got that coming up.
Right.
So here again, we really appreciate you for joining us.
On our journey home.
We'll see you guys. Bye now.
Bye.